This is one of ICT's favorite setups and it has the highest win rate by far. If you haven't found an ICT concept that works for you, then this is the video for you. Now, this strategy is so effective. I was able to get a 90% win rate with it from my back testing. All you need is one time frame and no daily bias. This strategy is so simple. Now, I would also be sharing a secret time window where this strategy forms so frequently and works so well that no one else is sharing. So let's get into it. Now, at first look, you may think this strategy is quite simple. However, it is. At the same time, it is not. A lot of traders may get tripped up by a couple of rules and conditions in this. So this trade can make you profitable. It can pass your funded challenge once and for all. It can get you those payouts. However, you need to watch the video towards the end so you understand the strategy fully so you can trade it the proper way. So let's get into it. Starting off by aligning a few conditions when trading the strategy. Now, I have done you guys the favor of backtesting the strategy and seeing what works best for it. So as for pairs, I recommend you guys stick to SPX 500, NAS 100, EURUSD and GBPUSD. Now, you guys can do your own backtesting and see if it works on any other pairs that you may trade. However, if you guys do want a simple route trading the strategy, I recommend you guys stick to these pairs. Before I continue the video, I just want to take a short amount of time to introduce you guys to an absolutely amazing investment opportunity. Now, I've been gone for quite a long time. This is because I've been focusing on my account management service. Now, the current feedback we have got from clients is overwhelming. We've got a lot of positive feedback, as you guys can see here. We're getting FTMO passes. We have proof of our bot performing absolutely amazing. As you guys can see, there's so much proof in the guys. We have FTMO certificates. So if you guys are interested, make sure to DM me. We are going to be closing the service down in the near future as we want to ensure the quality and performance of the current clients that are on board. So make sure you guys get involved. We can pass and manage your FTMO account, generating you profits passively. So make sure to message me on Telegram if you're interested. As you guys can see, Telegram at Pass My Challenge and DM me at EmsCapitals on Telegram. So now for step one, it's pretty simple. All we have to do is wait from 9:20 to 9:50. Now this is EST time, New York time. So if you guys want to use the same time window as me, you want to configure your chart to UTC-5 New York. So simply step one is to wait, as in this time window we do not trade. However, the Judas swing will take place, a liquidity sweep, turtle soup, whatever you want to call it. My point is, market will take liquidity in this time window. Now once that is done, we can begin to look for our step two and step three. Now the market takes out this retail liquidity, whether it be an old high and old low, equal highs, equal lows, whatever it is. Market sweeps this liquidity. It may even take out ICT traders or some C traders. Market takes us this liquidity in order to fund their position. As in any financial market, if you want to buy, you have to have people selling. Now, this time window gives you a general idea about when the Judas swing will happen. It could happen a few minutes earlier, a few minutes later. However, in this general time window, you want to look for the Judas swing once it has happened. So I've drawn a diagram here to help you guys out. Say, for example, this is our 920. As you guys can see, at 920, we get a liquidity sweep to the downside. This would be my step one. I would begin to start to trade this strategy. We have valid market conditions. So what are conditions? In the time window, we've had a Judas swing that swept liquidity, which makes this strategy valid to trade now. Now, moving on to our step two, we want to wait for a breaker block plus fair value gap. Now, what is a breaker block? As you guys can see, this would normally be an order block. We'd expect price to come to here and react off. However, price has not done that. Price has broken this order block, therefore giving us a breaker block. Now, we want to wait for a breaker block plus fair value gap. So when price is breaking this zone, we want it to break with displacement. We want market to move fast, so market leaves behind a fair value gap. This leaves behind two confluences for us to enter. We have a fair value gap we can enter off and a breaker block. This is what really makes the strategy such a high win rate, guys. So once you get these two conditions, you can simply enter from the breaker block. So it's as simple as that, guys. You want to place your stop loss where the trade would be invalid, such as the high of the fair value gap. If market goes through the high of the fair value gap, this trade is no longer valid. So that's where we'd place our stop loss. As for our take profit, we'd place it on drawn liquidity. Now, if you guys are thinking this is easy, I recommend you guys watch the video to the end so you understand it 100%. It is not as easy as it looks. You guys will get full clarification once I give you guys the real market examples on the live chart. Now, before we continue, quickly go into indicators, search up sessions, and click sessions on chart. Now, go to settings, untick London and Tokyo, New York. So we type in our time window right here, which is 9:20 to 9:50. And now, as you guys can see, when we hit OK, our time window is illuminated by this pinkish box. So anytime our time window comes up in the market, you can see it, guys. So this makes it a lot easier for you guys to trade. So I'm going to show you guys a quick trade example on NASDAQ. We're on the 3-minute time frame. Make sure you guys stick to the 3-minute time frame for best results. I've seen some people use the 5-minute or 1 minute. 1 minute works better. However, 3-minute is the most reliable, and I found it gives me the highest win rate. So as you guys can see, this trade was about a 1-to-4, absolutely amazing. So to start off, I'm going to remove all drawings of my chart and I'm going to replay the market. Now, what is our step one? Wait from about 920 to 950 for a Judas swing. This will sweep liquidity. So if I play out market, you guys can see as we do get our box, which shows that is our time window. This is our high right here. And this is our low. So I'm going to see which way market sweeps first to make a decision. If market sweeps liquidity to the upside, I want to look for sells. If market sweeps liquidity to the downside, I want to look for buyers. So we play out market, and as you guys can see, we do very clearly sweep liquidity to the upside. So that is our step one done. Now, what is our step two? We want to wait for a breaker block, which we do get, as you guys can see right here. Now, we do get a breaker block, however, we do not get a clear fair value gap with that. So if I do play out market, you guys can end up seeing we do get a lovely fair value gap right here. Now, this is all the confirmation we need to take this trade, as we do have a breaker block and we do have a fair value gap. Now, you guys could even outline that there is a tiny fair value gap here, if that's what you would like to take your trade off. We just do have added confluences in this trade. So now, if you were to take this trade at the 50% mark of the fair value gap, as you guys can see, place your stop loss where the trade is invalid. Now, there's a fair value gap right here, and there's another fair value gap right here. There's also an order block right here. So I'm going to place my stop loss above the order block. Now, as for take profits, you guys can see that there is a huge fair value gap down here, and there is another breaker block right here. So I'm going to take profit right here and see how it goes. So, all right, let's play out this trade now. Now, you guys can see we do get that initial tap in. So if I do move the trade right here, as you guys can see, if I do end up playing, you guys can see we are barely in any drawdown, and we do end up smashing our take profit. Now, we do get a sniper exit here, which is really lucky of us. Now, if you guys do zoom out, you can see we could have caught this trade from both sides, as we do have another fair value gap and a breaker block. So you could have caught a buy right here, trading the same unicorn strategy. So simply, if you put your stop loss right here, take profit up here, you guys can see you could have caught this trade from both ways. This just goes to show how really effective this strategy is and how well it works, giving you another 1-to-4. So now on to the next example on EURUSD. As you guys can see, this is again the unicorn strategy. From 920 to 950, we do have our liquidity sweep happen, as you guys can see, where we have liquidity taken to the downside, where we do get our breaker block formed in line with a fair value gap, as you guys can see. So simply what market does is it comes, taps into the fair value gap. Now, if I drop down to the 1 minute, it may be a little bit clearer for you. As you guys can see, breaker block, FVG, market comes, taps in. We place our stop loss at the bottom of the fair value gap where the trade would become invalid. And as you guys can see, we did catch a nice 1-to-2 off it. Now, the trade ended up running for a lot higher. As you guys can see, we could have caught 1-to-4. However, took profit at this high right here. So this strategy is so simple, guys. A beginner could learn it and trade it effectively. It honestly has one of the highest win rates I've ever seen. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.